Now, News Extra brought to you today by Gering Civic Center. Here is Kevin Mooney.
Thank you, Dennis. Good morning, everyone. Our guests today are Nathan Johnson, the Assistant City Manager from the City of Scottsbluff, and Annie Folck. She is the City Planner. And we're going to talk about this big open house that is scheduled this evening over at the Leeds Scottsbluff Public Library, 4:30 to 8 tonight, where the Economic Development Consultants, Thomas Miller and Associates, will be looking for your comment, for the public comment. They want you to show up and tell them what you think about some of their ideas for jobs. So how important is this meeting, Nathan? It's real important, isn't it, to get this comment from the public?
Right. This open house is very important in looking at where we want to be as a city in the future. We definitely want all public input in this process to determine where we need to prioritize and look at and sort of really focus in on what areas we want to develop to become where we want to be in the future.
All right. So these guys initially came to town and they met with a bunch of folks and got comment during that period. And what did they hear during that period?
Well, they heard a lot of different things and moving the region forward, and that's attracting new and better jobs and to continue to improve the quality of life here that we get to cherish every day. We have a fantastic region, and they want to move what we already have in place now and look at what we're doing best and make it better.
All right. They're not only considering just Scottsbluff, but also Gering and really the whole kind of Scottsbluff County area, right?
Right. This is a partnership that not only looks at the city of Scottsbluff, it looks at the city of Gering, the city of Tarrytown, as well as the county of Scottsbluff. We see this as a regional aspect where each entity is going to benefit from bringing an individual company here, because it's not just a city of Scottsbluff thing. It is more of a region thing where many people come and are more fluid throughout the county than just staying strictly in Scottsbluff or strictly in the city of Gering.
All right. And the reason why we're having a third party do this is why?
The reason we're having a third party do this is because we'd like to have someone else come in and give us a critique and see where we're at. We want to make sure that we're doing our economic development practices in the most efficient and effective manner possible. And we feel that bringing in a third party, we can really take it up that next step. Instead of continuing to be where we're at right now, we want to get better, and doing that over time requires having more of a critique or more of an outside party coming in and looking at exactly what we're doing and making sure that we're doing it the best that we can.
And people get to vote tonight on some general ideas on where we should go, right?
That's correct. Those attending the open house will receive stickers representing money that they can invest in any or all 9 of the big ideas to move the region forward, to attract new and better jobs, and to continue to improve the quality of life here in the region. These stickers can be placed all on one idea, or they can be spread across several, or they could be divvied up into your top 3. That is completely up to those attending tonight's meeting.
All right, 4:30 to 8 tonight at the Public Library. We'll have Annie talk about what the other part of this is right after this.
Making the ordinary event extraordinary. You want a beautiful venue with added value, including a professional staff to assist in event planning, and the Meat Shop, a catering food trend for 30 years. It's all happening in Gering, and we're just around the corner from you. Call West Nebraska's premier multifunction facility at 436-6888 or visit www.geringciviccenter.com. The Gering Civic Center. True inspiration, beyond marvelous.
Back on News Extra with Scottsbluff Assistant Manager Nathan Johnson and City Planner Annie Folck as we talk about the open house tonight, hosted by Thomas Miller and Associates. They're the economic development consultants that have been hired to kind of look at our economic development practices here in the area and give us some ideas on where we should move forward. In addition to that, there's a comprehensive plan that they will be providing the city. This is Annie, kind of a master plan, is that right?
Yes, the city currently has a comprehensive plan. It's a requirement for us to be able to do zoning, but our current one is about 10 years old, and they're typically designed to have a lifespan of 10 to 20 years. So it's about time for an update. So we're just getting started on that process now, and this is going to address things like economic development will be a piece of this, but it will also include transportation and parks and rec and housing and land use and all those other aspects of the city that we need to look to the future on.
All right, so it'll tell us if maybe our transportation is, the streets are, we need more new streets or better parks and recs or whatever, right?
Right, and what we're wanting out of tonight is we've already had a lot of input through the Community Connections group, formerly known as the Call to Action group. So what we've done is we've taken all of their input and kind of compiled what we've heard so far and how we plan on addressing that, but we want everyone to take a look at that and let us know, are we on the right track? Are we capturing what the community wants as a whole, or do we need to broaden that a little bit and add more into that?
All right. And I would think housing, you mentioned housing is going to be part of it. And when you look around the city, maybe there's a need for certain types of housing that we don't offer right now, correct?
Right, and we're not entirely sure yet which types we need, and that's why we're hoping the public will come in and let us know what have their experiences been, what have they had issues with.
All right. So that'll be part of it. So we want to have people from all the neighborhoods. A lot of times you just get the same people at these things. You want folks that don't normally show up for this stuff to go over there just for 20, 25 minutes, go look at the ideas, vote on the different things, give your perspective on what should happen here, right?
Definitely. It's going to be an open house, come and go, so anyone can come in for as long or as short of a time as they want, and we want the people who know our community best to come in and tell us what we need to be doing, because we only see very small parts of it, and we have some very good experts who are working on all of this, but they don't know our community like the people living here do, and we want to look at every neighborhood and every part of town and get input from the people that are there every day.
All right. Once again tonight, 4:30 to 8 p.m. over at the Scottsbluff Lead Public Library. Get yourself over there and tell them what you think. Tonight from 4:30 to 8 p.m. We appreciate Annie Folck and Nathan Johnson from the city of Scottsbluff coming in to tell us all about it.